But let's get into it. Our first matchup of today, CLG versus Arena Demons. Rain Day, this is going to be a great matchup for a lot of different reasons. My only concern for Arena Demons is they didn't look the strongest yesterday, and I'm comparing that to their previous performance in the last tournament.
Yeah, and I think, you have a lot of times where teams will come out after a lightning season, either a championship run or something like that, come back into the start of the next season or the next tournament and not look as good, because what are you comparing them to? Basically the best version of themselves. So maybe they were a slow start, but what I did like is the principles that they applied. I love Aidan's flexibility. I think he played 3 different legends in 3 different games in a row. And to me, if you're willing to iterate that much, that means that you're willing to adapt. And to me, that's what wins Arena's games, the ability to adapt quickly.
Without question, especially because it's still relatively new compared to the Brethren of the BR style, right? So Arenas is going to have some flexibility, and I like that Aidan has been trying out a ton of different legends. He did it in the last tournament, and he's even doing it now. We even seen him on Ashe for a little bit, right? The newest legend in addition. So, yeah, Aidan's going to be pretty impactful. But speaking of impactful, girl, we have 2 players that we have to hone in on, and I'm going to be looking at Nano and Rahknee for this one. 2 very talented players. Rahknee's total damage is truly impressive.
It is truly impressive, but you do have to compare the games played. Rahknee has played 13 games, whereas Nano has only played 7. Now, it could be good for Nano because they've been winning all of their games on CLG, but Rahknee's team had a lot more practice yesterday because they had to lose and play more games. So it could be beneficial to lose games, or, CLG might sweep them all up. You never know, but 3 kills and 2 kills per game is nothing to shy at. That is a lot of kills. That's more than half of the team, right? There's only 3 players per team. But I'm super excited to see these Octanes rock it out today.
And yeah, Octanes, and most importantly, Nano has definitely been performing well. I think, Rain Day Girl made a great distinction in terms of the games played, right? Arena Demons wasn't closing out series, much like CLG was. I think that makes CLG look pretty strong in the series.
Yeah, decisiveness is another key. When you're adaptable, that's one thing. But at certain points, like we mentioned yesterday, you have to put your foot on the gas and overtake the final car. You have to go for it. And it seems like CLG has had a little bit of a better time deciding when it is their moment to shine and really executing on that. So I'm excited. This is a great matchup. One team that's got a ton of experience and then, of course, played more games, almost double the amount of games. So they might have something working from that angle. And also a team that's been efficient, been clinical, and obviously shows that they know how to perform under tight situations.
Well, we don't have many maps to choose from, but we still have to pick 5 of them, or at least the teams did. And I'm liking this a lot. We're going to get both of the newest maps, Rain Day, right? Dome and Encore going to be plated out.
Yeah, Dome to me, and this might be to girls' eyes too, was the one map that we haven't seen much of. We saw it first yesterday, and Navi clearly struggled, whereas on other maps, they seem to have a lot more of a grasp on it. So curious to see how Dome is played. We're definitely going to get to that map, so that's what I'm excited about.
And girls, speaking in regards to Arena Demons yesterday, Encore, a map that they were a bit wishy-washy on. We saw them play in their first series. They ended up losing it 3-0 in a dominant fashion. But then again, you go to their next series in losers bracket, they ended up winning in a pretty dominant fashion. I think it was 3-0, 3-1. So where do we put Arena Demons if we do go to that map 5?
To be honest with you, I'm thinking they want a 3-0 or 3-1 swipe this because it isn't their favorite map, but they could potentially go there, and they have practiced it out as you saw yesterday. They ended up winning the series. So they're learning quick, and that's something you really need in these tight series.
Yeah, absolutely. And one that's super interesting to me, Rain Day, is going to be Party Crasher. I think CLG, as well as Arena Demons, are super efficient on that map. It's a bit slower, even slower than I think the previous tournaments that we had. But Arena Demons, definitely one of their favorite maps to play on.
Yeah, and we saw that, again, I think, be dominant for them in their first matchup yesterday. But I totally really think that the focus has got to be on Thermal Station, because we know how much of a back and forth and sometimes a quick out 3-0 it can be on Party Crasher. So the team that gets that 1-0 advantage, you have the buffer of if Party Crasher doesn't go your way, or you can be in a quick 2-0 position on a map that most people haven't played, which is Dome. And that is a very strong start, especially when you're playing to get into the 3rd, 4th spot for money.
That's a great point. Thermal Station, another map that was a bit lackluster for Arena Demons yesterday. You know, once that mid control is solidified, it feels, at least from my perspective, it seems Arena Demons doesn't know how to funnel those players out. And they're kind of on the outside looking in, waiting for that other team to make a move as opposed to them making a move, right? Being more reactive instead of proactive. And I think the teams that are the best are proactive themselves. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Girl, let's start with you, though, when it comes to predictions. And hopefully it's going to be a good start. I believe Rain Day and Girl, you guys are tied. I'm not so certain, but
yeah.
Girl, who are you going to be going with here?
For me, I honestly believe in both teams to do super well. So I think this is going to be a close series. Although I think CLG performed better as a team, as a unit yesterday. So I'm going to go with CLG.
CLG. I actually thought you were going Arena Demons. I must have misheard. Okay, fair enough. So Rain Day, who are you going to be going with?
I'm going for the big knee. Big Ronnie, Aiden, and Dimi. I'm excited about what they're going to do today. I love Aiden's flexibility, and, you could see that the stats there. They haven't played as many games, but I think they've been clinical, and so I'm excited to see what they do today. They've got my pick for this first round.
All right, the Great Divide rearing its ugly head once again. Okay, we can't get on the same page, it seems, which is weird because Onset and Gaskin are on the same page. That's something I never thought would happen, but hey, it is what it is. Makes things interesting. Chat, who are you going to be going with? We're going to be seeing CLG Arena Demons. Arena Demons once again being the crowd favorite. So, girl, CLG, it seems like you're on your own.
I am on my own. It's okay because I've got my own book and my own story to unfold. So.
Well said. Okay. Well, I do got to ask you, girls, since you do believe in CLG, there is an X factor on this roster that played incredibly well yesterday in high pressure situations, always clutching up. Vatroh, man. Vatroh was just tearing it up. In my opinion, he could very well be the X factor in this series.
Absolutely. Once it comes down to those clutch situations, you know that Vatroh's got your back. The 2v3 situations, we're probably going to see them today, and I'm super excited. That those are the best moments.
Absolutely, and they make you excited, make me excited. I'm hopefully everybody at home excited. The first series is about to go down, and only one will move forward. Who is it going to be? CLG, Arena Demons, Rain Day Girl. Take it away.
All right, thanks, Taylor. This has been a fun start to the day. We've got Arena Demons and, of course, CLG facing off against each other. And I want to give a quick shout-out before we go to highlight Vatroh again, because he reached out to me on Twitter, said, man, I love the kind words you were saying. And really, it wasn't anything that we prompted. It was all Vatroh's incredible play at the end. And the Gibraltar, we saw it in many ways where maybe Nesh on Na'Vi had moments to be a lot more decisive with the bubble, with the clutch and the gun shield and the 1v1s. And it didn't quite work out all the time, but they got it done over the course of a 5-game series. But Vatroh, it felt like he started out the gate strong. He was dominant presence always as the Gibraltar, the anchor player, the last one alive. And he clutched up. If he can do that again, girl, I'm getting a little worried about my own prediction.
It's going to be hard for him, though, because Arena Demons like to get up all in your face. So it's going to be hard to get those angles to do those 2v3 situations, those clutch moments. So it's going to be really excited to see them face against this team in particular. And they've got to study because Arena Demons, they're going to pull out something different. And it's probably not what CLG expects.
Well, here we go. Thermal Station is the starting point, and this is a great starting point indeed. Why? Well, there's so much experience on this map for players who have played Apex Legends. It's a familiar end circle for Battle Royales and also one of the staple arena maps here in this tournament, the $10,000 Invitational. If you're joining us, it's Playoff Sunday, and we all know what that means. Tons of gaming action all across the board, and we're glad you're here with us. Rain Day and Girl on the mic. It's CLG versus Arena Demons, and right now, here we go. AidantheDestroyer found himself on Ash, Bangalore, Rampart over the course of these last few days, and now he finds himself on the Wraith. And you can see CLG, Vatroh, typically on that Gibraltar, will stay on it. Nano and Bird will be on the Pathfinder and the Octane. So it should be a good matchup here today.
Good matchup indeed. The one difference is the Gibraltar and the Wraith. We've got Aiden on Wraith here. Mozambique shots coming through from across the map, as you can see always in round number 1. But we've got a wingman shot by Dimi, hitting for 90, cracking. Oh my goodness, this man is going insane. He knows it's Playoff Sunday, and he's going to output the damage to knock Vatroh. We've got Aiden helping him out there, and Nano, he's struggling.
Seems like they maybe just didn't catch Aiden or excuse me, Dimi on the right, on the left side. It seemed like maybe that caught them off guard. The angle was so good, but now maybe they're trying to push a little bit too soon. No, they're not. They're going as a unit. That'll be Arena Demons cleaning up round 1. Well, if every round goes like that, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you are, and so is Dimi, because he never missed a single shot there. Look, from the long range through the crack, that's not easy to do. And then the headshot on Gibraltar, 1v1ing Gibraltar in itself is super hard because of that arm shield, but the amount of damage, Aiden just had to do 10 damage, and boom, Gibby's down 2.
It's really important to notice just how often fights change, whether you're taking them on the outskirts or the center of the map. And this is where it's up to CLG now to make an adjustment. The circle is going to give you a lot of wiggle room here, but in terms of where the package is going to land and where the canisters for resources, which are 200 each if you can get by them, and they allow all of your teammates to access them, and they will help you buy better weapons and items in the next round. You got to be careful about how your positioning is, but maybe there's a different tactic to take. So far, it's not working well. Nano gets dropped again. Vatroh already having to pick him up once. It seems like maybe a different location to fight from might benefit CLG.
Yeah, it doesn't look good right now. They're just applying so much pressure against CLG, and they cannot handle it. They can't be taking those focus fires from across the map, too. This is not easy to do, and Arena Demons is pulling it off perfectly. Super proud of them.
Well, that's why you say Arena Demons didn't look as good as they could yesterday, but man, if they look like this today, it's seeming like the championship is well within their reach. CLG, a very accomplished team, great players, proven themselves, and maybe just not getting it going yet. You'd hate to lose a map 3-0 and then suddenly be in a deficit on an aggressive map like Party Crasher afterwards. So it's now or never. One more win would put Arena Demons, the victors, here on Thermal Station. And now all on purples. They've got the Wraith ultimate as well, if need be. CLG's going to jump pad with the Octane over to height here, which is the prime spot to hold.
Yeah, and that'll be really good for CLG because it's not easy to push up off on top of them, especially when they're getting the damage put through. So CLG, they have double high ground. They have the R301. Missing a little bit of the shots, but that's okay because Ronnie's gonna have to heal anyways. Now Dimi pops through, and GSBird, he has to go back. Taking too much damage.
I feel like he gave that up pretty quickly. And just that time to drop down from height and then also use that shield battery gives Arena Demons a chance to get an angle. And we saw Dimi fantastically walking with the Pathfinder. I talk about this in some of my videos and especially in the pro leagues as well. You have to get value for your ultimate, for your tactical. How much are you trading off? And what we saw earlier is Dimi got that angle, he got tagged, and then he had his grapple to get out. It's not always about grappling to get there quickly. If you can walk it, because that means you have that escape plan in your back pocket if you need it, and that's what Dimi has done so well, just creating angles without using all of his vital resources.
Now the zone has closed in, and they do still have the cylinder building in the map, and Nano just headshot, body shot. That was really nice, but unfortunately they're just so far away that they can't push off of the damage. Put Dimi to 1 HP, but they can't do anything about it. Now that's not good. They need somebody up front trying to utilize their skills, potentially the Gibby or the Octane, just trying to get a knock here.
I like the idea of trying to trade out. He knows he's not going to take too much poke damage because he's going against the R301. So he can use a little bit more of a shield and then ultimately go ahead and get that shield battery off. The grenades not hitting here. That one would have landed, but unfortunately does not hit CLG for the fact of Aiden side. And now he's holding this little barrel, which is tough. Bird has a good angle on him as well. Ronnie taking a little bit of damage and going to be forced to move thanks to the ring. Well, so will Bird, but he's got this lovely little ledge that he can hide behind, but so what? He gets down mid-air thanks to Dimi. Pathfinder on Pathfinder crime, and CLG is in trouble.
Yeah, that spot was really not good for him there. They get the trade on Dimi, though, so now it's a 2v2 situation. Nano doesn't have armor, though, and Aiden's going for him. He's missing a couple shots here, so they could be potentially trading here. Needs his teammate to help him out. Ronnie goes down, and it is a 1v1. They're actually pulling it off. That's CLG taking down Aiden almost. 1v1. Oh, no. The Gibby. Does he win it? Yes, he does. that's CLG making the comeback there in a 2v3 situation. What did we talk about earlier?
Vatroh yet again cleans it up as the Gibraltar, the anchor, holding it down. The last man in the tug-of-war line, or the first, I should say, just putting his feet in the ground, pulling the rope back to make sure that his team can get that next bit of momentum when it seemed like it was all over. Oh man, I'm getting Squid Game feelings right now. But I think that the way that Vatroh is playing, it is all on the line, and he's somehow clutching it up every single time.
Nano did really well staying alive there so Vatroh could come in for the flank. And that was really impressive because he had no armor that whole entire time. Now, Arena Demons made mistakes, but CLG also made mistakes in that round. So they really got to clean it up on both teams if they want a chance to win that $5,000 today.
And if you have a 2-0, I think it just gives you a little bit, not only of that buffer, but confidence, and maybe you relax a little. You know that you don't have to win that 1v1, whereas CLG's playing for their life there. But I like that from Vatroh. I love the positioning, and I think, Dimi goes in, gets a little aggressive, maybe too aggressive, and there's not enough to exchange in terms of trading for the 1v1s and finishing off those shots where they needed to hit them. Those wingmans needed to land. But now we're in a 2v1 position. Aiden taking his pick of the litter. Triple take available, so is a Volt. Seems like he's going to opt for the long range. And he can also take a Volt for short range if he wants. He will. And I like this, actually. I love having a little bit of the spray and pray. Sometimes that helps, but he's going to go back to the Mastiff. Good choice. Interesting choice. Could have worked both ways, but he's going to stick with a little bit more of the firepower on the entry frags up close.
Yeah, because the other team does have a Gibby, they might have to go for the Gibby bubble fight, right? And Mastiff will work well in there compared to the Volt. Although very good weapon, potentially he could be saving the Volt for one of his teammates. So Arena Demons are always taking that mid, and what a nice spray there by Rahknee. Oh my goodness, they got the down. Their team shotting is incredible. Their communication is on point. But here we go, a 2v3 situation again. Aiden going down to 60 HP, but he's going to pop a battery as his teammates are covering him, and Dimi takes down Nano. Vatroh goes down. This is a 3v1. This is a 3-1 situation. And Arena Demons are your champions. They cleaned it up. They made a couple mistakes in one of the rounds, but overall, they dominated.
Incredible stuff here from Arena Demons to start off. It felt like a bit of a party crasher moment. That's where we're going next map. But hey, they are here to play. It's playoff Sunday. Rain Day and Girl on the mic. Arena Demons take game 1 against CLG. Girl, taking a look at it here, did you expect the pace of that match and the way Arena Demons came out?
No, absolutely not. I feel like CLG might have been a little rusty because they've been taking angles that didn't quite suit them. Arena Demons taking every single angle and team shotting. That's the big thing. Someone does 90 damage, the other person does 100, and boom, like they get the knock together as a team, as a unit. And I said CLG were playing as a unit yesterday. Well, it is Arena Demons playing as a unit, a 3-man unit, and they're absolutely destroying.
And you can see, I mean, it's fight Rahknee in front of you, or, fight behind you, and it's just Aiden behind you. And it's such a difficult position. Arena Demons are doing everything right in terms of positioning and applying themselves as a unit. The whole is greater, than the sum of its parts is greater than the whole, and that's what you really see when they're playing like this. There's just something magical about how they're using their team play, more so than these individual pieces should be adding up to, and that's what we're seeing CLG have a difficult time with. They feel maybe a little bit more scattered. Maybe Thermal wasn't their best map, but they're going to have to step it up here in round 2 because that was quick. That was a little too fast. It's honestly not much of a game to make too many adjustments off of, Girl. So, we talked about Coach Girl in the last one. What would Coach Girl be saying here heading into Party Crasher for CLG to make some adjustments?
Well, first of all, you have to look out for Arena Demons taking high ground positions on you. If they play Ashe again, we've seen them teleport right above the heads. Arena Demons' specialty for me is Party Crasher, so this is going to be really intense. I feel like they always play certain legends that give them an advantage, but they will potentially be playing against another Gibby here against CLG. So you never know what's going to happen. I don't know what CLG could really do against Arena Demons. They're so dominant on this map. They just got to play together, like tight together, and not let them take advantage of them. And also they got to look at the bin in the beginning, because that's what really starts off this map is the utilities and those meds.
And what we've also seen is that bin can sometimes be a mission that ends up with nobody coming back alive, because that one is very exposed. It's on that right side or that left side, which gives you either a downhill perspective to try to fight uphill again and you're isolated, or the right side, which is just totally exposed from height, where you're the one who's in trouble and they can just shoot you from those boxes on top of the Party Crasher Mirage Voyage ship. So it's an interesting decision to make. Speed, of course, mental acuity, and of course, execution are going to be the three things that determine whether it's going to be Arena Demons who take advantage of CLG, or if CLG can make the perfect push and get those resources and get themselves back in this set. We are heading to Party Crasher in just a moment. And, you know, I got to say, for me, I'm liking the way Arena Demons are playing, but I'm interested to see if we do see another legend swap, girl, because we saw the Wraith, which is now, I think, the fourth legend that we've seen Aiden play. But there was no real Into the Void play that was necessary to really determine the fights. There was no real portaling, even though he had bought it. So my interesting kind of notice here is that the legend didn't really do much. It was really more on gun skill. Imagine if they find a way to utilize some of these valuable legend abilities on the side of Aiden. It could be an even worse result.
Well, for Aiden, typically Dimi would be outputting the most damage in the beginning initially, and Aiden had that sense of security while playing Wraith to phase out if he got in a sticky situation. But they played it so well, their team shots were so well, that he never had to utilize the Wraith phase. In this map, though, if I were coaching CLG, I would tell them not to take the bin. Go for the stalemate, go for the high ground, take a look at the bin. But I think going for the bin here and dying as Arena Demons puts full focus and pressure on that bin early could cost them the whole series.
Well, it seems like nobody's going for the bin yet. I think this is a smart move for CLG and for Arena Demons side, because they don't have to deal with anybody making any false pretenses about how dangerous it is and, you know, getting down early. I'd rather fight as 3 and lose a few resources and try to win, or of the tried and true way. Aiden, though, he's going to get that shield battery, but it's all for naught. Hits no damage, now just wastes 1. So it was really worth 1 shield battery. But look at this. Dimi already above Vatroh. How did this happen? We missed a big grapple there, and Aiden already finds the kill on the Bird, using the Rampage as well. An interesting pick, but a valuable one. Aiden finds Bird, and Vatroh is downed by Dimi. And look at this. It's just going to be Nano left, and Nano will be fried. Arena Demons off to a blazing start.
Oh my goodness, he did not miss a single shot. I really like the play that CLG ended up doing, but they had to do it faster, and they definitely had to do it cleaner, because Dimi was just headshotting them from above. I don't know exactly what they did wrong, but they did something wrong, because they just got clean swept.
Well, what a start. Arena Demons. I mean, it's Sunday morning. I'm still having my coffee. Arena Demons feel like, you know, they've already had 3 Red Bulls, a Monster, and something from Dunkin' Donuts, and not cared at all. Sometimes that might make you jittery. Their aim has gotten more precise, and I love the way that these guys are playing. They're looking like a championship contender, but CLG, we know how much they have in the pocket. We know how well Vatroh and the rest of the boys, Bird and Nano, can clutch.
Far off.
Bit of a hold off here. Aiden has all the angles. Vatroh, a little exposed. This grenade could do some work, though. Looks like it should be online. Vatroh has to move as a result. That would have been 100 damage. Nice. Jump shot as well. Another grenade. Force Vatroh's movement as he tries to go back. Is he aware of it? Oh, Vatroh's in trouble here. 75 health to his name, girl. He's got a bubble, and this is giving Arena Demons the advantage.
They didn't know Nano was there originally, but he did expose himself once Vatroh got shot out a little bit and naded. So Aiden has to bat as well. Can they make a play here with a bubble push? While GSBird is on the low ground, he's looking around so they're not getting flanked or anything, but Dimi has to heal. That's enough damage to push off of. Can we do it, though?
Yeah, this is looking tough, and what I'm seeing and sensing in CLG is they're just not having any rhythm. Somebody's got to make a play. Big headshot, big moment, big push. Because right now it's just a slow but sure demise of CLG. Dimi and the rest of Arena Demons have height. They have shield batteries. They're going to be full in a moment. Aiden, the only one out of resources, but he's got that Ash. And so what happens is, unfortunately, he is not in a position to use the tether. He's out of abilities, and he doesn't have any invulnerability. So he's kind of got to play support for his teammates now, maybe push second or third. CLG could have a chance here with more resources to be able to get into this fight, and the wingman's up top, though, might just be changing the situation as it's Dimi who goes down, and now it's CLG's time to push. Can Bird do it?
Really nice shot on Aiden, and Aiden's doing his best to shoot back. Nano's gonna go down here. So Rahknee, Aiden in a 2v2 situation. I don't think anyone has that many heals left. GSBird is full though. He's coming in, and here we go. The 1v1 wingman shots, and Rahknee's winning it. Vatroh won't be able to get the revive off, but he does get the knock and ends up going down in the end. Wow, what a round. Who is your MVP for that round?
Oh my God, it's so hard to say, but I have to say that it was the fragging of Rahknee that made it possible. But it was the play, the patient play, and the awareness of where he stood within this team fight and the hierarchy of it from Aiden that made it possible to clutch that up, because Rahknee with this frag here hits 4 shots, only takes 1, interrupts Vatroh is perfect. But he loses that, and he's gonna lose that because he's got nothing in compared to Vatroh's health in the shield. But Aiden can come through, having stayed alive, knowing he had no resources, no abilities. It's all about timing, and the timing was perfect.
It was indeed. I feel like GSBird definitely should have won that 1v1. I believe he had a lot more HP than Rahknee in that situation, but Arena Demons have so much momentum right now, and CLG are just not feeling it. They're not playing as a unit. They aren't fragging out as much as they could, and hopefully they can get that momentum back.
And you know, sometimes when nothing's working, you just throw the kitchen sink at it, and you just see, what can we do? Let's just be aggressive. You can tell there's just no holds barred here. And maybe it's going to work for CLG. We know what they've been doing hasn't, and unfortunately, it seems like Vatroh's going to be out of this one in a minute. Nice ultimate there. Aiden just playing safe, making sure he moves in. Good headshot there from Dimi. Can't take all 3, but it's 2v1. Nice tether there from Ash. Oh, Bird looks like he's in trouble. Aiden hasn't gotten the shield battery off, but this is time to do it. And so he will heal up. And so this is going to be Bird on the low ground, Rahknee and Aiden on the high ground. They're going to get Dimi up because Bird's going to be forced to push. That's some good shots from Bird. He does what he needs to, but at this point, they already know they've got it. It's a 3-0. We know how Party Crasher goes. The party has been crashed, and it's never a slow event. It's always fast-moving. Arena Demons 2-0 up, 1 map away from heading to your semifinals.
Arena Demons are looking dangerous. Almost flawless gameplay from the whole series. They actually potentially could have not lost any round if they didn't make like one single mistake, but that was flawless.
So we're in a position here with Arena Demons coming out playing like the namesake. They are on fire, and it seems like CLG has no way to stop them. Is there something that they can do? I feel like maybe a legend switch, or definitely a pace switch, because it feels very much like Na'Vi yesterday, where maybe you're hanging in the game when the rounds are going longer, but you still don't feel like you're in control. It feels like a slow but steady, we're kind of losing in this trade battle, and eventually, when they decide to push, it's over.
It's going to be hard to pull back after losing 2-0 to Arena Demons, right? So their momentum's not there. Their synergy's not there. They're probably on tilt a little bit. I don't know what could get them back. Maybe 10,000 gifted subs. They're back in the game. But honestly, it's going to take a lot to bring them back and get that energy flowing, because right now they're all making just small mistakes. We know they're a great team, but I don't know if it's the Legends even. I think it's just the way that they're playing the Legends and the way that they're bringing it to Arena Demons. Someone's doing something wrong.
And sometimes the matchups aren't right. Well, hey, if 10,000 gifted subs get you in a good mood, hopefully that happens over our break. We're going to take a few minutes. We'll be right back with map number 3.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the UMG Studios, UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflection Noble, joined by Rain Day and Girl. An explosive start, Girl, for Arena Demons, 2-0 over CLG.
Dimi is off on that first map, the second map right now. And Aiden that had the most damage and most kills for this, but everyone was playing super well. They haven't shots against CLG, and CLG are just not feeling it today.
Not feeling it at all, Rain Day, which is very concerning because, you know, we're about to head into 2 different maps, which, by the way, I think might be a positive for CLG. I'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, Dimi from map number 1, love seeing that because yesterday he was consistently first-blooded, and it wasn't necessarily his fault, right? Because he's normally the player on the outside looking in, right? His teammates are the ones who need to capitalize. But Thermal Station, it seems like the narrative has been totally changed. Dimi is back on top.
Yeah, and it's great to see, you know, Pathfinder played here because we've missed him a lot in the Pro League, and he kind of got replaced in terms of how people are utilizing more scan-oriented legends, which obviously most of them aren't available in this tournament to be picked, Bloodhound and Seer being banned from these playstyles. So it's kind of cool to see what Pathfinder can really do because you have this entry fragger IGL, which is Wraith, where you have the invulnerability, but Pathfinder used to play this kind of scout role because you can get in, get out, have this access to these angles that other characters can't. And Dimi is now really getting aggressive with his capabilities on this legend. It's great to see it showcased again. I know Girl's a big Pathfinder main, so it's fun to watch a really good Pathfinder showcase in his opportunities.
Yeah, Pathfinders and arenas are really critical to have. Like, you need a good Pathfinder, you need a good Octane, and then from there, you can be flex and play whatever you want. But really liking what I'm seeing. CLG, though, Girl, I hope they step it up for your sake. I know you supported them and you backed them up. One thing, as I do exit, I just want to say I do think Dome might be a difference maker since it's so new. And then you also have, of course, Phase Runner, which is pretty even for both teams. But CLG, let's see if they find new life. Rain Day, Girl, take it away.
Thank you, Reflections. It is Dome, and this is one of those maps where we have seen very little of it in this high-level esports arena matchup for Apex Legends, but I'm excited to watch our second game of the tournament here, at least on Girl and I's side. Na'Vi had a troublesome time managing fights on height and inside, but the way Dimi's playing on Pathfinder, it seems like that will be anything but their major issue with the Ash as well, access to those crates if things get bad from the ultimate, and you'll see it right here. Dimi straight up to the top. He's going for the second ledge, and he's actually going to play the building here and go for the inside, which is an interesting approach, Girl.
All right, and we got CLG taking the bin, taking the meds right now, and I've never seen anyone climb up like this in my entire life. So, Aiden, thank you for the tips and tricks during arenas.
Yeah. See, what does that even say, Girl? I mean, does that just say somebody's played this map too much?
Yeah, and they really like to experiment, and that's what's unique about them, right? They like to play the different characters, but Dimi might be out of position here. He is 1 HP right now. They are going to kick the door down on Rahknee. Rahknee's going to run here. He hits one shot, but he is tagged a little bit low here. That could have been an opportunity to throw Gibby Dome out and push them. They had them so low, and they just missed that opportunity. But they do know that they have the advantage on the med situation right now, so Arena Demons won't be able to full up on their meds here, full up to full HP.
Aiden with MVP level moves right there, covering his teammates. You know, Rahknee got in trouble, but he's able to get out. Aiden throws the Ash Tactical and really makes it a difficult spot on the door. But look at this, Bird. Ego challenging up there, and Aiden, he backs off, and so Bird has reclaimed the high ground. Beautiful strike there. Right when Aiden was just down and out, getting that shield battery off, he got aggressed on and was forced to give up some of the most crucial areas, especially towards the late game, because we know how this has looked, Girl. This height from Pathfinder commands the inability to get out of that door from inside on the side of Arena Demons. So they're going to have to play the outskirts, or they're going to have to hope Bird makes a very big mistake and drops from height, because otherwise he's got so many of their angles covered.
This is exactly what CLG needed. They took aggression on the pills. They took the meds here. They took the high ground. Bird is doing a great job holding this height here. And they do have the advantage overall in this fight. They have them all inside of a building. And look at those shots. Dimi, I don't believe, has meds left. So it's up to CLG to make a mistake and let Arena Demons take reign. Or it's time for them to grab this tournament back into their own hands.
Now, it doesn't seem like Aiden has ult either, so this is round 1. Resources are minimal, and you're not going to have access to some of these things that could maybe allow a dual challenge up top, albeit very difficult. That would get 2 members on height and be very difficult for the rest of CLG to challenge. But as it stands here, Dimi's the only one who can contest up top. We looked at this the other day, Girl. Is it better for 3 members to go and push 1 who's on the ground?
Look at Vatroh. He's down to 1 HP, and they are absolutely getting pushed so hard. Dimi got cracked here, though, and Aiden trying to play this bubble fight with the Mozambique, and they do it. Arena Demons takes Rain. Vatroh just took too much damage getting outside of that building. I don't know how they lost that. It's just Arena Demons are hitting those shots well.
And that is, I think, really one of the biggest keys. We're seeing the shots are being hit. And, you know, Vatroh trying to go out. We talked about it yesterday. Yesterday, we saw Nesh throw the bubble right at the staircase. That didn't work. This time, Vatroh throws it out in front, but during that process gets so exposed that he gets taken down. And Aiden with the 30-30 repeater, hip fire shot into the Mozambique is enough to clean it up. One thing I do notice, though, is if you drop that late from height, it does put you in that staggered position where normally you do have to hit a little bit of a pause right there when you land to get your aim right and to start moving at full speeds again. Legend, like Horizon, wouldn't have that issue. So it'd be interesting if we start to see maybe some more Horizon picks just for this map, because I feel like she'd be able to manage that height really well and then also get down and play from above it with her black hole and the spacewalk passive that she has.
Yeah, that's a really good note for Horizon because of those high grounds. But I believe that's also why they play Pathfinder Nash. Maybe Horizon would do better and replace Octane in this map.
Yeah,
that could be the power 3 right there for legend wise. And Arena Demons, they don't have ultimate height yet, but they're very comfortable with their communication here. And Demi is trying to grapple up here. He's pinging out CLG, but CLG shooting them in the back.
And I think he missed that. I think he wanted to get up there, but the angle was tough, and he bounced up on the top part of the sphere and bounced back. So it seems like maybe just not the grapple he was looking for, but CLG Nano is in trouble, especially with Aiden now on a leveled up 30-30 repeater. I say keep that weapon in your hands as long as you can. But look at this, Vatroh already going down. Bird taking a very interesting angle. He's going to take a little damage in the lava and hide behind the rocks, but that's just 2v3 now. That's a tough start here for CLG.
It's really up to Bird right now to be able to cover fire for Nano. As Nano gets pushed, he's hitting a couple shots there, but it's really Bird. Bird is the word. Let's hit all of these shots. Let's go, Bird. Gotta go for the battery. And everyone else is going to heal up, right? So this is going to be a full-on 1v3 situation. It's not looking good.
And what I look at in these moments here is that, you know, Bird is going to push Aiden. There's an opportunity here. But what are the chances of you being able to finish this off 1v3 in a situation where you're literally fighting all three of them at the same time? I think it's better, instead of trying to run away, isolate your 1v3 and your teammates 1v3, which happened, and just try to go 2v3 and see if you can work together, because the instinct is to survive. But if you truly isolate yourself, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable that you will die.
Yeah, it really is just Arena Demons taking advantage of the fact that they were split out there. Bird wasn't with his teammate. And as you said, if Bird went in with his teammate, as his teammate was getting shot, but his teammate went down so fast, so there was really nothing for Bird to do in that situation. If he got up on the rock and hit a couple headshots and got enough, then he potentially could have went in. But there was no knock, there wasn't enough damage to play off of, and it was just a lost game overall.
Well, I just got to say, I love the 30-30 repeater. I think Aiden has shown he's been successful with it. We've seen him play a different legend almost every single game that he has been exposed here. And we knew that they came in having won a lot more frequently, a lot simpler, and a lot more efficiently than CLG. And it seems like they just may be doing that here. We thought maybe it was a matter of competition. Maybe there was more experience on the CLG side. And what we're finding out is Arena Demons are just that good. They take the 3-0 and they move on into your semifinals here in the UMG $10,000 Arenas Invitational for Play Apex.
Congratulations to Arena Demons.
That is the start that you want as a team, right? You don't want to come in a bit lackluster. You don't want to go to a game 5 in round 1 that then brings up questions, right, moving forward in the tournament. You want to dominate your first opponent. Obviously, the team that gets dominated doesn't feel too good, okay? But for Arena Demons, they got to be on top of the world. Because after all, girl, if they do, they obviously move forward, but they might have a chance to play either against Esports Arena or they're going to be playing against Na'Vi. Both are formidable opponents.
Very formidable opponents indeed. And I'm curious to see how that is going. The last I've heard, it was a one-on-one for maps with Navi and Esports Arena, but these are the highlights. And Aiden with the hipfire 30-30 repeater. 30-30 repeaters, not only a great gun for long range, but close range as well. So it could be used as a shotgun or a sniper. And I think that's why it's used the most in these games here. But Arena Demons, they're looking almost flawless, and I really think that they could take the cake today.
I think they could, and actually, Rainday, do you echo that sentiment? Do you think they're looking like one of the strongest teams currently in round one?
Absolutely. And I think, when you do this type of performance, 3-1, 3-0, 3-0, but you have a little bit of competition, but you're clearly better. This is the best way to start any type of tournament. You don't feel like you're threatened. You feel like you are playing at your best, and you ultimately go into the level of confidence where you go, your vision is like, yeah, we can win this. Why can't we win this? We should win this. We're the team to beat. And so that's always, as a competitor in any field, sports or in gaming, the best way to go into a tournament.
Yeah, Arena Demons looking scary. CLG, their run will end a bit earlier than they were wanting, I'm assuming anyways. After all, you have to win your round one in order to finish in the money. Well, already Arena Demons are in the money, but I'm sure they're going to be hungry for more moving forward. But I really do appreciate the way they played today as opposed to yesterday. I do got a question, girl. What do you think the difference maker was? I mean, they had some tough matches. Make no mistake about it. Their group was insanely difficult. But new day seems like a new Arena Demons.
Yeah, it seemed like they were a little bit rusty yesterday as they've been focusing on BR as we talked about. But today is a new day. They've had arenas in their minds all night. They've been dreaming about it. They've been practicing yesterday. And they also saw that Encore was the last map in that series, and they did not want to make it that far into the series. So they're like, okay, let's get this done quick, boys. And they've been playing exceptionally well. Their communication skills and their shots mechanically are just on point.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something Rainday we were highlighting in the last tournament they competed in and got second place behind Sentinels. Yeah. Their mechanical skills are really, really insane.
Yeah, and for me, I think they've got that handled, bringing it in. What I'd love to see in terms of teams now moving into Dome, it is adjusting some of those picks. I don't think the Octane gives you almost anything on Dome because there's no amount of height you can get from the jump pad. You can't really get up there, and you also can't really move across the map because you have to stay isolated with where your team starts because it's just this wide open space. I'd love to see a Horizon pick. I think her passive dropping down is great. I think the gravity lift to get back up is just easy. If you fall off or you get egoed, you can get right back up there. Sure. And I really think the black hole in those fights, especially looking down, would be with an ordnance, unstoppable in terms of a team winning a round. So I'm excited to see that. Hopefully we see some adjustments in Dome, but that was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, Horizon, we've seen Horizon a couple of times last tournament, girl. This time around, Horizon hasn't shown her head. Now, hopefully, we do see some adjustments. Maybe teams are just holding back, right? They're going through the comfort pick, which is Octane, right? Hey, semifinals are coming up, and then eventually we're going to be moving into grand finals. That would be a perfect opportunity to introduce Horizon, right, girl?
Yeah, absolutely. Horizon did get nerfed a little bit, so she goes up a little bit slower, but her usefulness compared to Octane, as Rainday said, would just be so much better. Another legend that I may like to see in a map like Dome with all of the doors is like Watson or Caustic. I'd like to see maybe a defensive character because we've seen yesterday that people can surround the building and try and get through all of the doors and all of the windows. So maybe a defensive character could work well and could potentially block the doors because there's a point where Arena Demons were fully inside the building. If you put a caustic trap there,
they can't get out. Yeah,
that's true. That's interesting. I got to be honest with you. I never thought I would heard any of the talent teams say they want to see Watson or Caustic played in arenas, but that is the perfect map to do so. It would be a great addition. Round one is still underway, and there's still more matches to come, but at least our first series has come to a conclusion. CLG, the early exit. Arena Demons looking stronger than ever, looking to better their performance from last tournament. From second, they want first. Make no mistake about it. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, round one will continue.